Hello and welcome to this week's Craft and Chat. I'm Amanda and I'm live here on YouTube and Facebook. If you're here watching live, can you do me a sound and light check, please? And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. 20 minutes or so probably of chatting. We've got quite a few things to talk about today, lots of Stampin' Up things going on. And then I'm going to be doing some crafting with some two-tone cardstock. This is one of the new products that launched with our scrapbooking range a few weeks ago. And it's a really cool cardstock. So I'm going to share with you a few ways to use it and teach you a few hints and tips, hopefully. So let's have a look. Hi, Lorraine and Ali and Anne and Elizabeth. Awesome. Okay, so thank you very much. Lorraine, I have your email. I will reply later about Team Day. Okay. I've just seen your name and gone, oh, I need to talk to you about that. And Mum's here. Hello. Mum, are you on your own? Is Auntie Pam with you? My mum's got a visitor at the moment. Donna is here. Chris is saying Facebook and YouTube is okay. And Sarah is saying hello. Awesome. So how are we all doing today? Yeah. How's your week been? What have you been up to? Any news? Has anybody got any idea how it can possibly be the 1st of October today? Because that's kind of beyond me completely currently. Yeah, I have no idea how it's October today. That's just crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Ali's got a broken leg. Ali, what have you done? That's not good, lovely. Oh, no, Auntie Pam. But Mum's just had lunch out. That's good. Yeah, we like that. No, broken leg. That's a bit rubbish. So what have we been doing? Oh, that'll be the bathroom then. Even I'm getting bored now. Yeah. So if you read my blog post at the weekend, you will know that one of the things we've been trying to do is sort out a paint color for the walls in the bathroom. Now, it's a tiny bathroom. So yeah, it's tiny. There's a toilet, a sink, and a bath, like all in a line. And the bathroom is as big as a bath is long. That makes sense. And it's on the north side of the house. And as a consequence, the light that comes in through the window makes every paint color kind of do weird things. And I don't know why. You would think with all of the color theory stuff that I understand and know, you would think that I would be able to figure it out, but I can't. So anyway, we went through every single kind of paint color. We wanted a palish blue-gray. Actually, you would think that's not too difficult to get. Well, we got one. Now it's on the walls. It's actually baby blue. And I don't know why, because we've painted swatches of that color and downstairs they are grey blue. But in the bathroom, they are baby blue. I don't know. Yeah. I think as much as I love blue, baby blue is a color that traumatized me, because when we bought our first flat, so this is nearly 40 years ago, there was no such thing then as mixing a color of paint. You had whatever Dulux or whatever the shop was, that you had that color paint. And I think it probably would be called like a bluebell white now. So white with a tiny hint of blue. We could not get this shade. And we ended up buying white emulsion in like a 5-gallon tub and trying to get the right shade. So that was me, Brian, and a stick 40 years ago. So I'm kind of traumatized by the whole blue paint thing. So we'll see. We'll see. If it all goes horribly wrong, we'll just have to paint it again. But considering it's on its 4th coat of paint, I really don't want to do that. So let's have let's see what you've all been doing. So anyway, so the bath has now legs on it, and we've painted the walls, and the electrics are done. So things are moving. We are moving forwards, just slowly. So let's have a look. Sarah went to Gatwick last night and teaching this morning. So no, Sarah, you're supposed to get on a plane when you go to Gatwick. That's the plan. Go on a plane. I assume you were dropping someone off or picking someone up, but that's sad. Good afternoon, Karen. It's soaking in Oxfordshire, says Margaret. I don't know which way the wind's blown. Is it coming to us or is it going away from us? Oh, the weekend went by sorting donations ready for D-Stash events. So Ali's broken leg. She fell over and grazed her leg three weeks ago. And she thought she'd bruised it. So she got an X-ray, and it seems like she's been walking around on a broken leg for 3 weeks. Oh, Ali, that is not good. That is not good. Donna's saying stick with white. Yeah, but I don't. But Donna, the cupboards are white, the sink's white, the toilet's white, the bath's white, plenty of white. So I need a colour. And there is blue in the tiles. There's no surprise there, huh? But it's not quite the same shade of blue. So, it'll be fine. Sarah said the kids are enjoying themselves. Well, that's a good thing. Elizabeth, going to a wedding on Saturday at Bolton Abbey. Fancy. Oh, that's nice. And any excuse to put on a nice outfit. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, so what have I got to tell you? So it's the 1st of October today, and like everything's happening. So we have scrapbooking brochure is available. All the items are still in stock. Hooray! Which is really cool. So that's the first thing. Then we have got 2 new kits launched today. So let's see if I can. Oh, no, not that way. If I can share my screen. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Is that working? Yay! Okay, so if you go on the Stampin' Up website, if you go to the top and what's new, it will give you all the new arrivals, and there are 2 new kits. So there is this one, which is called the Look Back Kit. And it is a spiral bound notebook. And if I click on that picture, it's got pockets and leaves and all sorts of things. So it's for journaling. It's memory keeping. That's really, really lovely. And if you look at the price, let's just go back. It is reduced as well. So all of the kits have got reductions on them. Most minimum of 10%, but more than that on some of them. And then the second new kit is this one. It's called Alpine Air. And it's just such a lovely kit. So it's a kit with a stamp set. And it makes 9 cards. But look at the stamps. Thinking of you. Let yourself dream big. Hello, friend. And happy birthday. So, and that's £8.90. So that's really cool. So they're the 2 new kits. So sorry, I've got an itchy eye. So if I go to specials, no, not that. Let's try that again. So there is a kits collection there. So hopefully you can see, look, so that is the Look Back kit, and that's the Alpine Air. But if you go onto the kits collection, it's going to show you all the different kits with their discounts. So if you've ever wanted to try a kit, now is a really good time. Look, I didn't know that was there. Last year, do you remember? I did this kit. It's ready for me to put chocolate in, ready for this year. So this, if you're looking for something to give as a gift or to make as a gift, that's £16.20. Wow, that's very cool. Okay, and the Haunted House isn't back in stock. Expressions of Kindness, that was a really popular kit as well. And then the Scenic Route Travel Journal kit, that is one. Those of you that did the scrapbooking workshop with me, that's the kit that we had and we used. Again, it makes a great gift. So there's loads and loads of different kits. So do kind of look at that. And then the other amazing thing is the joining offer. So there is a starter kit special. So I say this often. You will know this, that I think everybody should join. And right now, for the month of October, if you join, you can pick £160 worth of products for £99. So that's an additional £30 on the already awesome deal. It's the equivalent, obviously, in euros for my European friends. So if you're interested in that, then let me know and I will send you some more information. So there you go. So there is a lot going on with Stampin' Up. And my demonstrator friends who are here as well will also know we've just had a pre-order for new products that are launching in November. So there are otters coming. So does anybody love otters? I think they're very, very cute. There's otters coming. There's all sorts of love type Valentine's-y stuff, which will be awesome for my North American friends. And yeah, there's some really lovely floral stamps and cake stamps. It will not surprise you that when I placed my order this morning, cake stamps were on my order. So, so expect to see cake imminently. Anne saying she thought she was the only one who changed their mind once the paint was on the wall. The thing is, Anne, if the paint was the same color as it is on the swatch and the same color it is downstairs, I'd be really happy. But it's not. It's a different color. It's just bizarre. I have no clue how that works, but it does. But I have to share with you. So, how many of you are enthusiastic DIYers? Enthusiastic decorators. So I love doing DIY and doing decorating, but I am messy. And over the years, I'm enthusiastic, I think. So when we were painting the bathroom, Brian does the cutting in. Yeah. So he does like the close edge work towards the coving and the window frame and stuff. And then I get to do the rollering. But I have to make sure I've got rollering privileges. Because sometimes I get too enthusiastic and there is paint everywhere. So, you know, it's okay in the bathroom currently because there's no flooring down and there's no cupboards in. It's just like an empty shell of a room. So I can be enthusiastic, but I have to, curb my enthusiasm of, rollering quickly because it flicks everywhere. So, yeah, Brian's just not messy. And, I'm a creative. What can I tell you? my workspace is always messy, but I managed to get all the paint on the walls and not have my roller privileges withdrawn. Oh dear. Anne saying it's never the same. Donna's loving the otter bundle. Karen says she likes it when it's finished. Yeah, you see, but I love doing DIY. And I suppose, like most people, I like it when you can start to see progress. I hate it at the beginning when everything goes backwards. I mean, we were going backwards with those walls for, I don't know, 2 weeks, because every time you kind of scraped a bit of paint off, a bit more plaster fell off. So it was just a disaster. You see, Elizabeth says that she likes doing the walls, but not the gloss work. Yeah, I've not got the patience for gloss either. That's why I'm a rollerer. That's the bit that I do. So yeah, Brian's really good. He's got an eye for detail. I think that's what it is. And way more patience than me. Clearly, he's married to me, so he must have much patience. Oh dear. Right. Okay. We've got to do some crafting. But I just want to show you this card. This came from the lovely Michelle congratulating me on my Disney trip, which is really lovely. Thank you. Beautiful colours there. Oh, hang on. I'll pop that there. But what I wanted to talk to you about today. Oh, That's really weird. Those of you that are on Facebook, is my icon on Facebook still okay? I'm in the software, it just looks kind of really weird. Hang on. I'm just going to see if I can go and look. Bear with me just a second. Oh, yeah. It's giving me a pink line. Yeah. No. Okay. Okay. We're all right. That's okay then. Sometimes weird things happen with the software. And you know how worried I get that I'm going to go fuzzy and stuff again. Thank you, Donna. Yeah, thank you, Margaret. Good. Okay. We are good. Okay, so I'm going to I'm doing Christmas again. I promise next week there won't be any Christmas. But the reason I'm doing Christmas today is because of the product that I'm going to be talking about, which is the two-tone cardstock. Now, if you've watched my sort of scrapbooking launch video, you will know that I was very excited about this two-tone cardstock. And if I just show you, for each of the colors, you've got two different shades. So this is obviously the darker shade, and this is the lighter shade. This is Pool Party. But there's lots of different colors. And there are lots of techniques that you can do with it and hints and tips with it. So I thought I would share a couple of cards with you today, but also share a few ways in which you can do it. Now, the two-tone cardstock is not in a catalogue. It's in the scrapbooking brochure. And it comes in 12 by 12 packs. Hang on, let me just do that. So it comes in 12 by 12 packs, and there are 4 single colors. So you've got Real Red, Pool Party, Basic Black, and Garden Green. But there are also mixed packs. So for each of the 4 workshop kits, hang on, I'm just turning pages. Each of the 4 workshop kits, you've got like a mixed pack of two-tone cardstock. So this has got additional colors in. So this one's got espresso and granny apple green. There is, let's look. So the snow day one, you've got different shades there. For the Halloween one, you've got gorgeous grape there. I'm not sure which other color it is. Pumpkin pie, granny apple green, gorgeous grape, basic black. And then in the autumn one, you've got those shades as well. Now, I've had a few questions about this two-tone cardstock. And I had a customer contact me the other day because she thought, or she was hoping, to be able to make card bases with it. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think it's thick enough for card bases. You can, I mean, there is a good weight to it, but compared to our standard cardstock, this is thinner. And I actually physically weighed it, and it's about 3/4 of the weight. So with a 12 by 12 sheet, it's about 3/4 of the weight. I've gone fuzzy again. Hang on. It's about 3/4 of the weight of standard cardstock. So although it will stand I don't think it's strong enough for to make card blanks. And the other thing is it is coated card. So our standard cardstock is dyed all the way through. The beauty of this cardstock is it's printed and it's got a white core. So that's why we can do the techniques with it that I'm going to show you in a minute. But it also means that it will crack. So you just need to be gentle with it. You need to, if you're using a bone folder or a ball tool or your trimmer blade, you just need to kind of treat it like patterned paper. That's what I would say. You just need to go steady with it and work at it to encourage it to fold, as opposed to jumping in there and really pressing it down. This is really weird. I keep going blurry. Get my face closer. It's the automatic focus. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes, yeah, it's just odd. That's okay. Me and soft focus is fine. I'm actually going to flip the camera around anyway. So long as my other camera isn't in soft focus, we'll be all right. So yeah, that's all the right color, or the right color. That's all the right focus. Just also to say, last week I asked for hints and tips about my nails because my nails have started splitting. I've had quite a few suggestions. I am trying out one of them at the moment. So you're not going to be seeing pretty nails for a while. So I'm going to be using some nail strengtheners and things. So I've got like a clear coat on, but I'm going to be keeping my nails really, really short to try and encourage them to grow this splittingness out. So let's just talk about the card. You get 12 sheets of the 12 by 12 cardstock. That's the two-tone, you can see. And it's £9.50. So it's quite a lot of cardstock. And as I said, although this isn't ideal, I don't think, for card bases, if you are going to use it in your card making, which actually I'm going to on both the cards that I'm going to make in a minute, it actually, because it's a bit lighter, it will actually make the cards a bit lighter as well. So I'm going to move that out of the way. So let's just start with this and start with different ways in which you can use it. So that's the darker side there. So the first thing is it's got a white core, and it's really nice to see that white core as a decorative edge, whether that's on a card or a scrapbook page. And in order to get that, you just need to tear it. Now, I always tear towards me because I find that it tears better. It's easier. My hands work better that way than tearing away. And the color that I want to see at the end is the color I have at the top. Okay, so this is the lighter shade, and I'm just going to pull this towards me. And that's going to give me my lovely white edge. Now on this side, that's just giving me a torn edge, but no white edge. But if I flip it over, the reverse has the white edge. So I could actually layer those two on top of one another like that. And then I've got the two-tone effect as well. Now I've actually torn that quite straight. Obviously you can tear it much more wonkily than that. But if you like a really straight edge, use a metal ruler and hold it down and then pull towards you and you'll get a much straighter edge. Can you see? Much less fluff, as it were. So you can, so if I do that, you'll be able to see you've got it's a much finer edge, whereas the hand torn one is much more rustic. You can actually also use your trimmer in the same way. So if I pop that down, and that works in the same way. So if you particularly want like a 2-inch strip that's fairly straight, use a trimmer or use a ruler. So that's your first tip, actually, is how to get your torn edges. Then we need to I'm just going to tear a piece off. Then the next thing that you can do with this type of card is scrumple it up. How many of you don't like torn edges? And the reason I ask is because there are a lot of crafters that really don't like a distressed kind of look. They just don't like it. You much prefer straight edges, and that's absolutely fine. I like a bit of grunge, but like I said, I'm messy, so that's fine. So there's another thing that you can do with your cardstock is make it scrumply, and it will hold those creases. Even if you hold them, it will, it's kind of hold them. Even if you flatten this out, it will give you that lovely kind of distressed look. And then I want to share with you two things actually. Ooh. Okay, so the first thing is this is a Stampin' Up sanding block. And this is why having an organized DIYer in our household, which is Brian, is so awesome. Because I said, have you got any sanding blocks? I need some sanding blocks. And he went, I'm sure I've still got those Stampin' Up ones that you had from about 12 years ago. And he went into the garage, into his decorating boxes, and found them. So these are actually original Stampin' Up blocks, and they've got like a fabric backing and Velcro, and then you replace these pieces. It's really cool. So I'm getting lots of. I'll read the comments in a minute. I just want you to carry on with the comments because it makes. I love it. I love it that we're all different. So you've got a nice scrumply bit. Now, what you can do is take your sanding block and rub your sanding block over the top, and all of the mountain bits, all of the raised bits, it's going to let you take the top surface of the paper off and we'll actually then show you the white core. Now, the downside of that is that you get little bits of dust everywhere. So you need one of these. Now, Stampin' Up used to sell these. They don't anymore, same as this. This is from a long time ago. But these you can get at the DIY shop, and it's called a tack cloth. And I'm guessing it's got wax on it. I don't know for sure. But they're used for decorating, and basically you can just rub it over your desk and it will pick up the paper dust. You can kind of just dust it over your paper as well, and it will tidy it up as well. Now, if you spill glitter and that kind of things, these work really well, and you can buy them like in a big bag. But just keep it in something, because so when you feel it on your fingers, it feels a bit waxy. So that works really well. So that's another way that we can use it. So let's have a look. So Elizabeth's not a fan of torn edges. Donna does whichever works with the card. Lorraine likes torn, but not scrumpled. And saying, no, it looks like it's ready for the bin. So this is why it was making me smile. I made for Brian a card for an anniversary or a birthday. I can't remember which. And it was my best distressed card ever. There were torn bits, there were scrumpled bits, there were sanded bits, there was broken embossing, there was bits of gold splattered here and there. It was the grungiest. Honestly, I had spent a long time on it. And he opened it up and he smiled and he said, thank you. And then he said, it looks like you've trodden on it. Yeah. So I don't make him grungy cards anymore. I make him clean and simple cards because that's what he likes. So Donna's saying, I wonder if Stampin' Up will bring back the sanding blocks back. Now there's paper, you can use it. Exactly. I am hoping that they will, but you know, I've got my original ones here. So Lorraine, that is what we're doing next. So Lorraine says that she loves embossing, sanding on an embossed layer. I'm just trying to find it. So I am going to make a couple of cards with all of these components in a minute. So this is the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. It's in the catalogue. No, it's in the online stuff. It's in the online exclusives. If you have not got this embossing folder yet, you need it. I was talking to some of my awesome customers this morning, and they had bought the polar bears from last year, and she was getting this Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. And I think this is why I love Stampin' Up's coordination and the way that we can purchase something that then will give additional life to other products. So, for instance, buying this embossing folder to go with some snowflake stamps or the polar bear stamps, or getting some of this paper to go with the things that you've already got. So I've embossed it. I'm hoping you can see. So it's like heavily snow dots and little snowflakes, and you get more and more, and then there's less dots but the bigger snowflakes. So I've embossed this with the pool party on the snowflake sky, and I'm going to use the sanding block, and this will give me white snow. Now this is something that's very important to my world. I've talked about this before. Occasionally when I'm stamping, I have to have snow that's a different colour, but I like my snow to look like snow. So can we just admire the awesomeness that is white snow on a pool party background? I love it. It's so cool. Margaret's saying that's exactly the sort of thing her husband would say. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let's do a little bit of stamping and making of a card. I'm going to get some grid paper out. Sorry. You would think that since we're in the autumn, my hay fever would stop. It does not seem to be doing that. So on this first card, I am going to use a Snowy Wonder. I'm using the snowflakes. Let me... Ooh. All right, I'm just grabbing the pieces of paper. And, oh, there we go. And I'm using the Greetings of the Season, the Happy Christmas, and Pool Party ink. So this is a really quick card. I'm just going to cut out my penguins. Now, in here, you've got a penguin. So you could, by all means, stamp your penguin and cut him out, or use the dies to cut him out, or the snowman. But I have got these little penguins from the Snow Days papers, which are really lovely. So I decided that that's what I was going to do instead. So I'm just cutting both of them around. This card is going to be really fast, so don't worry. So we are going to glue that layer down. So this card base is the thick white. So again, I wouldn't use a standard white cardstock as a card base. I would only ever use the thick white. So I've just popped a little penguin in there. I've got a little banner here and my Happy Christmas. So there we go. I'm going to make a flag end of this banner. put a dimensional flag end. So that's going to go like that. And I'm just going to trim this down. Put a little bit of a dot of glue there. Pop my little penguin down as well. Just kind of pinning my sentiment down. Obviously, you could 3D your penguin if you wanted to. And had some rhinestones. So a few rhinestones in a snowy sky. It's actually really cool. And that's sort of lifted there. So there you go. So there is one very quick technique with the two-tone card. So that's embossed and sanded. So if you've got leaves, wood grain, flowers, it doesn't have to be snowflakes. That works really, really well. And then our lovely CEO, Sarah Douglas, made a card on her Facebook page the other day that I am going to replicate. So what she did was she got a piece that was torn and sanded, and I'm actually just going to tear this. And then I'm going to need to trim it down a little bit. And yeah, I'm just going to replicate what she did, which was really cool. So I'll trim the other side down in a minute. So she had one piece like this that was scrumpled and sanded. And then she had another piece like this that she put her sentiment on. So what she actually did was she used the two-tone effect, because this is the darker side and this is the lighter side. So she used this set again with the season's greetings. Oh, actually, I don't know which set she used. I'm using this set. So we've got the season's greetings going on there. So then that is going to sit on here. And for some reason, I'm not using my Stampin' mat. So let me just bring that in. And I've got the snowflakes. What I've done with the snowflakes is there's a big snowflake and two little ones. And I put the two little ones on one block. Sometimes just for speed, it really helps to not have to stamp as many times. So I'm just going to pop that to one side, and then we're going to stamp the background. And again, just in the corners. So this is something we've done before. Sometimes I go top left, bottom right. Sometimes I go bottom left, top right. But it's just nice to add a little bit of interest. And then I've got the tiny dots, which are obviously snow, but it's just nice just to add a little bit of extra. It's almost like texture. I appreciate it's not texture because it's a stamped image, but you know what I mean. It kind of looks a bit like texture. So, you know, this, if you just stamped a Happy Christmas or a Merry Christmas there, that would be done. You could, you know, that would be awesome. But look what happens when you add this. So I'm going to put my scrumpily standard card down first. And I'm going to trim the edges in a minute. So don't worry that they're kind of hanging off over the edge. I'm then going to put this Season's Greetings with dimensionals underneath it, just to add a bit more depth. Like so. And then obviously to get this sorted out, I'm just going to flip it over and get my big scissors. You can tell I'm being serious when I get the big scissors out, but it just means you get a nice straight cut. And then, have I got some gems? I need some more gems. Oh, yes, I have. And again, a few sparkles on your card just makes all the difference. It just takes a really pretty card and just makes it, oh, wow. So there we go. Now let me just shove all of that rubbish out the way. Let me just show you that finished card. And obviously you need a snowflake on the inside and on your envelope as well. So let's move all of that to one side. And there, you've got your snowman. No, penguin. But a snowman would work, wouldn't it? You could also, here's another one I made earlier. You could also put it that way as well, look. So I've put the flag end this way. I put the flag end going the other way and 3D'd the penguin there as well. So I hope that that has given you a little bit of insight and a few hints and tips with the two-tone card. I will be back here next week with some more craft and chat. Everything that you've seen today can be purchased in my online store. Pop over to my blog, which is www.inspiringinking.com, and you'll see clickable links there for the online store. Please remember, if you're placing orders, the kits have all got a discount, but if your order is £100 or is going to be £100 in the next few months, then I honestly, seriously recommend that you join my team. Just send me a quick email, amanda@inspiringinking.com. Everything's done online. I can answer your questions and you'll get an ongoing discount as well. And it's just a really great deal. And I would love to have some more people join my awesome team, best team there is. Then you can come and hang out with me too. So let's just see. Oh, brilliant. Thank you. And saying the scrumpled card looks good like that, you see? So Yeah, it's not for everyone, but I just it looks to me like ice. That's why I love it so much. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it very, very much. And I will look forward to seeing you all again next week. Take care till then. Goodbye.